Hello everyone, welcome back to MLS Moves. Please make sure you like this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Before we get into the video, I'd like to thank you all for your support and remind you that we're doing a jersey giveaway when we hit 3,000 subscribers. 3,000 subscribers is our goal to reach by the end of this month, so make sure you subscribe, stay subscribed, follow me on Twitter at MLS Moves for the latest updates on the giveaway. Now, on to the video. So, Olivier Giroud is reportedly signing an 18-month deal with LAFC, which will go into effect this summer. This is a very good signing for LAFC, as Olivier Giroud is still a very productive striker and a contributor to the French national team. Now, there is no figures on what the actual amount of the deal is going to be, but you would assume that Olivier Giroud coming over right now, with him being a productive player still at a high level, he would probably be a top 10 paid player in MLS currently. Now, as far as what LAFC is getting, this is a crucial piece for LAFC. They have desperately needed a true number 9 since Chicho Arango left for Pachuca back at the end of the 2022 season after they won the MLS Cup. Olivier Giroud will fit in nicely into Steve Cherundolo's system, and not only that, he will be able to help unlock and set up the players around him to have even more success with the team. Denny Bouanga, Kike Oliveira, Matty Bogusz going back to the midfield to be nice instead of playing the false 9. Timothy Tillman, Ilie Sanchez, all these players will be the beneficiary by having Olivier Giroud in the starting 11. He will complete this team and make them a force to be reckoned with, and it will be very exciting to see what he's able to do with this LAFC team and how much better they will be. Now, some people have said on Twitter specifically that Olivier Giroud is washed and that he's not going to do anything in MLS. Let me remind you that Luis Suarez, a guy who has literally said he has to get shots in his knees before every game to be able to play, is tearing MLS up currently, and Olivier Giroud is in much better physical condition at this current moment than Luis Suarez. Not only that, but Olivier Giroud is literally tied for third in Serie A in goals, and he's leading Serie A in assists this year. So clearly he has much left to give when it comes to quality and his ability to play. And he's one of these players that almost like ages like fine wine. Zlatan Ibrahimovic came over here after a horrific knee injury at Manchester United, and he was able to dominate MLS at 37 and 38 years old. Olivier Giroud would be coming over at 37. Now, he will be 38 at the end of the year, but he has proven that he still has a lot left in the tank, especially by MLS standards. If he can perform in Serie A, he definitely can perform in MLS. Now, the question is, what exactly can he do in MLS? I don't necessarily know if he'll be able to be a Golden Boot winner, especially coming in halfway season. Maybe if he plays the full year, maybe he could be in the contention for the Golden Boot next year when he plays a full season. But I think that there is a real possibility that Olivier Giroud could come in the summer and give LAFC maybe 10 goals, 5 assists in his time this season. That is a realistic possibility. It's not just about what he can do as far as goal scoring, but I think that he's an underrated playmaker at the number 9 position. He is very good at setting his teammates up. He's a very selfless player. So I think that he could even unlock Denny Bouanga even more and make him a more effective player. And the nice thing, too, is also this is starting to build a pipeline for LAFC with the French national team or French players. You know, they signed Hugo Lloris earlier this offseason at a discounted rate of I think he's making $400,000 this year, which is crazy good value for the French goalkeeper who has been stellar this season. And now they're getting Olivier Giroud, who has been very good and has had options, I think, to stay in Europe and possibly even go to Saudi Arabia. But he's chosen, it looks like, to come to MLS, play with LAFC, and try to build something special. And I think with this signing, it puts LAFC back in the discussion as the top club in MLS or the top contender for MLS Cup. I think that they have to be right up there with Inter Miami as the favorites for MLS Cup in 2024. And it will be interesting to see how he transforms his team and how much better they will be. LAFC has already been a pretty formidable side, even though they're currently lacking depth. Think that they have 21 players on their senior roster as it currently stands. So they are in desperate need of depth. Thankfully, they're not playing in the CONCACAF Champions Cup this year, or they would be screwed with their lack of depth because it was an issue last year when this team was more well-rounded. So I think that that is an integral piece and crucial for them, and it could not have come at a more crucial time because they desperately needed a striker. They have missed Chicho Arango since he left after the 2022 season. They have needed a striker, and especially with them missing Carlos Vela, I think that they need this veteran leadership, and they need someone who can be consistent up top other than Denny Bwanga. They need another consistent person who can score goals, and that's exactly what Olivier Giroud is going to provide. Now, another question that we have to ask is who's to follow? Is the signing of Hugo Lloris and Olivier Giroud, is this going to make it more feasible to sign LAFC's big fish in Antoine Griezmann? Now, if you guys remember, in my 5 players who could come to MLS this summer, I had Giroud at number 5 and I had Griezmann at number 1. With LAFC signing Hugo Lloris and Olivier Giroud, this makes it even more likely that we will see Antoine Griezmann come over to LAFC sooner than later. He has teammates here. Obviously, there's a potential return or reunion with Carlos Vela, even though he is still currently a free agent. That is a possibility. Him and Griezmann are very close. He has national team teammates that are playing with LAFC now. I think that that is a real possibility. We could see Antoine Griezmann come to LAFC this summer, especially with all these pieces they've made. And if they are able to get Antoine Griezmann to go along with Olivier Giroud and all these other pieces I've named, this could be the most well-rounded team we see in MLS. It's going to be close between them and Inter Miami. That would probably be the betting favorite to be the 2 clubs in the MLS Cup. Now, some people think that Griezmann is still likely to stay in Europe another year or 2, especially with his stellar season he had at Atletico. But I never say never. I think that with his the appeal of living in the U.S., obviously wanting to be in L.A., having teammates that he's familiar with, and that being a smoother transition and adjustment, I believe there is a real possibility that not only LAFC have Olivier Giroud, but also get Antoine Griezmann to come this summer. And if they do that, that is an incredible summer for LAFC to have as far as their signings. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about Olivier Giroud as far as his signing? How would you rate it? How many goals do you think he will score when he joins this summer? Does this make LAFC a title contending favorite? Do you believe Antoine Griezmann will come and follow him to LAFC now this summer because of this signing? And what other signings would you like to see the club make this summer? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, I just want to mention again, we are doing a jersey giveaway at 3,000 subscribers. So make sure you subscribe, like this video down below, hit that little bell notification so you never miss a video. And until next time, I will see you all soon.